Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more math fun with Mr. Massey. Alright, settle down back there. So today we're going to be factoring trinomials, and I have two different examples that we're going to be solving two different ways today. Whichever method you prefer, use that on your homework. So I want you guys to please take a minute and copy these things down so you guys can play along at home. While you guys are copying, I'm going to hit you with a joke. What's a dog's favorite part of the tree? The bark! Alright, calm down in the back, calm down. Alright, so example number one, the first guy on our hit list is this fella, and I'm going to use the box method to factor this monster. So this guy's already in standard form, and by standard form, I mean ax squared plus bx plus c. So step one is to multiply your a times your c. In this case, I got a 2 for my a, and I got a negative 15 for my c value. Now, if I multiply those together, I'm going to get a negative 30. All right? Now, I'm looking for factors of a negative 30, that add up to equal negative 7. Alright? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to make a little factor tree. So I'm looking for factors of negative 30, right, that add up to equal negative 7. So if this is a negative, I'm going to guess that my larger factors here are going to be negative. So I got a 1 and negative 30. I got a 2 and a negative 15. I got a 3 and a... yeah, negative 10. I got a 5 and a negative 6. Alright? Now... one of these guys is going to add up to be a negative 7. What do you got for me, Johnny? I'm looking at this guy right here. Can you guys see that? So if I have a negative 10x plus a 3x, that gives me a negative 7x. So once I've identified my factors, I got to build a little box. Alright? So give me a little 2 by 2, a little box like this. And I want you to input some numbers. Alright? Real easy from here. Being out in a jiff. So your first term, this 2x squared, goes in your first box, 2x squared. This last term, negative 15, goes in your last box. The two factors that you've identified go in the two remaining boxes. The order of these do not matter. So I got a 3x and I got a negative 10x. The order of these does not matter. You can switch up the 2 in blue. Alright? Once you've built your box, we're one step away. All I gotta do is I gotta find the greatest common factors of my rows and the GCFs of my columns. So row number 1, what do you got? Looks like they both got a 2x. Row number 2, what do you got? Looks like they're both divisible by 3. Column 1, I'm looking at an x. And column 2, I'm looking at a negative 5. Once you got these things in black, those are your factors. So I got a 2x plus 3, this fella right here. And I got an x minus 5, this guy right here. These, ladies and gentlemen, are my factors. Scoop! Yeah! So now I want to double check my work, but you know, it's Mr. Massey. We don't make mistakes. But if you just want to double check my work, we can foil this guy to double check. If you recall, foiling is just first outside, inside last. So what do we got? We got a 2x squared, we got a negative 10x, we got a plus 3x, and we got a negative 15. So that tidies right on down to what we started with initially. Scoop! Looks the same as this guy. Yeah, we are home free, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, calm down, not get too excited. Let's move on over here to example number 2. So example number 2, same thing. I'm going to speed through this one, so hold on to your hats. Alright? So what I've cooked up for you is this example right here. Same thing applies. We're going to do the a times c. A times c gives me a 28. Now I'm looking for factors of 28 that add up to be negative 11. So here's my factor tree. What do you got? I got 1 and 28, I got 2 and 14, I got a 4 and a... yeah, 7. Alright, so here's my factors of positive 28, but they gotta add up to be negative 11. Hold up. So here, Positive 29, positive 16, positive 11, but I'm looking for negative. Oh, if I know that a negative times a negative gives me a positive. Yeah. Then here, if I convert these to negatives, that still multiplies to positive 28, but now I found one that adds up to negative 11. So here, for example 2, we're going to finish this guy up using the grouping method. This is option number 2, so hold on to your hats. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite my original trinomial to reflect my 2 new factors. So instead of negative 11x, I just split this negative 11x into 2 of its factors, negative 4x and negative 7x that I found over here. All right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to group these guys up. So I got my first 2 terms, I'm going to put 2 brackets around them. I got my second 2 terms, I'm going to put 2 brackets around them. Now what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to find the greatest common factor of my first set. What do you got? Looks like they're both divisible by 4x. You guys okay with that? Yeah. Alright, so now what remains? Looks like I got an x minus 1. So if I send this 4x back in, I got my 4x squared minus 4x. Yeah. How about this guy? What do you got? Well, I don't want a negative x, so I think I can pull out a negative 7. Let me change colors on us so we can see where we're at. So I want to pull out a negative 7. If I pull out a negative 7 from this set, what remains? I got an x minus 1. Negative 7x plus 7. All right? So, as you can see, we got 2 of the same factors, and that's a good thing. That means we did something right. We got this guy, and we got that guy. If those are the same, that's going to become my first factor. These 2 guys left out in the dark, they're going to join forces to become my second factor. Once I'm here, I'm home free. Those are my factors. But hold up. I know, it's me, and I'm the math goat. But just in case, if you want to forward to double check these guys, let's see where we're at. We got first, outside, inside, last. 4x squared minus 7x minus 4x plus 7 comes out to something like this. Looks just like my original. Yeah, baby, home free. So if they ask you to factor polynomials on the SAT, on the ACT, on the EOC, on my homework, you know how to do it. All right? You're home free. Go home, love your family, read a book, do something good with your life. See you in class.